LSU has hired Mike Denbrock as their new offensive coordinator. This hiring reunites him with Brian Kelly as the two first worked together in the late 1980s at Grand Valley State. Denbrock also spent 7 years on the Notre Dame staff with Kelly, including offensive coordinator in 2014 and assistant offensive coach in 2015, right? In which he also coached tight ends, wide receivers, and worked as the associate head coach. As well, Denbrock has been Cincinnati's offensive coordinator during Luke Fickell's entire tenure, and the Bearcats consistently improved over the 5 seasons and entered their matchup with Alabama, ranked the number 10 in scoring offense. Denbrock is also expected to install and call the same offense that Brian Kelly ran at Notre Dame, which made this an attractive option for Denbrock, right? So here's the thing. I now have to sell you guys on this, right? Who are watching this. Why exactly is he the best hire for this position, right? Well, it's simple. Besides the familiarity with Brian Kelly, out of all of the offensive coordinators Brian Kelly had at Notre Dame, right? Denbrock was the best at running it, right? During this time, that offense scored 33 points a game, most since 2005, and 444.6 yards of total offense per game, right? Most since 2009, right? The Irish scored at least 27 points. It was a school record 11 times in 2014, right? And in 2015, guided an Irish offense to 466.4 yards of total offense per game in 2015, right? Including 3 games of over 500 yards of total offense. So if anyone was the right job for implementing Brian Kelly's offense, it would be him. And this was also the Will Fuller stretch, right, of being a Notre Dame, right? Will Fuller's NFL draft selection at number 21 overall was the third highest for a Notre Dame wide receiver over the last 3 decades. Fuller's 1,258 receiving yards in 2015 ranked second in school history. His 7 100-yard receiving games ranked third. His 14 touchdown grabs ranked fifth. Fuller was the fourth player in school history to record consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons. Fuller's 29 touchdown receptions were the most, and his 2,352 receiving yards were the second most for an Irish player over a 2-year span in school history. Now, with this said, just imagine Kayshon Boutte in the system, right? What he can do is his offense gets running quickly, right? Everyone understands their roles, right? Let's talk a bit about Cincinnati, right? To show you what he can get out of quarterbacks, right? Desmond Ridder put in the work to be great. That is a fact. But here are his numbers in this system, right? In this top 10 college offense, right? 3,190 yards, 9 yards per attempt, 30 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, and a 164.8 passing rating. Just imagine Miles Brennan, Garrett Nussmeier, and of course, Walker Howard. What can they put up in this offensive scheme, right? Now, you may be saying, well, who cares, right? I just saw him call a game on the national stage, only generating 6 points against Alabama, right? A team he now has to face every single year, right? That he will be a coach at LSU, right? And, if you get into the playoffs, or you had to face him, right? You know what? Fair point. Let's bring this game up for a moment, right? We had to talk about it, right? First Cincinnati drive, right? That offense was running to perfection. Then Bama called a smart timeout to cool them down, right? Now going away from the run made no sense to me. I get that, right? But there were 2 pass plays, right? 2, right? That could have easily been a TD. If the first wasn't bad down and the other one too high, then Bama and Cincinnati would have been tied. Just imagine that. Entirely different game. And here's the thing. This offense made so many mistakes. Easy passes to open wide receivers that could keep drives moving and going, right? Were dropped, right? Or the passes were tipped at the line due to just a difference in the talent in the trenches, right? There was just so much of a talent difference in this game. And it's hard to fully blame Denbrock for this, offensive performance, right? Like, here's the thing about Desmond Ridder. who will be a first round pick, supposedly a day 1 pick or day 2 pick, right? Barely had time to throw due to his line, right? So pay that in mind when you try to use this game against Denbrock. He worked with what he had, and hey, the fact is, wide receivers were open a lot of times, and that just showed how good this scheme was. This game, right? What the plan was, right? Now, here's the thing about it. I gotta talk about this, right? Why would he come to LSU, right? He could have easily stayed at Cincinnati, right? You know, have easy schedules every year, all that, right? Well, here's the thing. It's the same reason Brian Kelly's at LSU, right? To get that exclusive national championship, right? And with the talent he will have at LSU, right? And the familiarity with Brian Kelly, this should be a fantastic hire, right? So just have faith in Brian Kelly that this is the best option at offensive coordinator currently available, right? But that will be it today for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for helping me reach 20 subscribers. Happy New Year's as well for whenever you're watching this, right? And, like, subscribe, comment, Twitter page right here, the ads for that. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you guys next time.